Should we be concerned that China may have some nefarious eyes on our food supply?
Well, always, but when I did a deal with China for the farmers and the manufacturers. It was an unbelievable deal. And then COVID came along, and frankly, I don't even talk about the deal, but it made our farmers very, very solid. I took out $28 billion out of the taxes and tariffs that I was charging China. Nobody else charged them literally 10 cents. They didn't pay 10 cents to come in and do that to our country. But I got hundreds of billions of dollars, and I gave $28 billion to our farmers because they were treated so unjustly by China.
Well, that was President Trump last night on Eric Bowling the Balance, speaking on American farming. Joining us now is our panel. We have Director of Membership Development for Project 21 Black Leadership Network, Donna Jackson, former Governor of Wisconsin, Scott Walker, and host of KCBQ Radio The Answer, Wendy Patrick. Good morning to all of you. Thanks so much for coming on here. Governor Walker, if I can start with you on this one, just a reaction there to President Trump. I know you've obviously monitored many of Trump's policies here. Many are concerned about China buying up American soil.
Rightfully so. I worked with President Trump in the past when I was governor on trade issues, and on this, I think he's exactly right. China should be importing more from American farmers, but not buying more American farms. And I think that's really important to get across.
Yeah, let's dive into it too, because this has been a conversation in Washington, D.C. for a while. In fact, Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse has proposed legislation twice in the House. It passed, made its way to the Senate, continues to be stalled. Take a quick listen to this.
I, along with my Republican colleagues, am leading the effort to stop communist China from gobbling up American farmland and taking control of our food supply.
All right, so part of that legislation aims to prevent Chinese entities from buying land, but it does not prevent Chinese investors from buying large U.S. corporations that own agricultural land. So a bit in the weeds there. These are some states on your screen that have restrictions on China-owned farming. Wendy, is this a positive direction for the country here, especially during a time when we have seen major supply chain delays?
Supply chain delays is, yeah, absolutely. That's been a huge problem. And I think the former president made a great statement on that same broadcast. He said, you can't rely on China to make America great again. And that is what this proposed legislation is designed to do, is to prevent that from happening, to prevent us from doing everything we can to produce food and then just simply selling it, or allowing China to come in through the back door and acquire land through acquiring companies. Those are some things we're trying to prevent. We'll see where this legislation goes.
It's interesting, too, Donna, if you just broaden this out to every man perspective, every woman perspective here. I mean, how much attention did TikTok get when so many people were concerned China can look at your information on TikTok? And maybe some people watching right now saying, I didn't know that Chinese companies were buying up American land. Stark contrast to the coverage that this gets.
Well, absolutely, because it's always a scary thought that when a country that thinks that your form of government is evil, for them to control your supply of anything. And that goes for our ports, which they're trying to do, and also our food supply. And you know this government has protections. So I think that that's a good move.
All right. Yeah, we'll continue.
Gotta leave it right there. Interesting story indeed. Donna Jackson, Scott Walker, and Wendy Patrick, if you could, stay with us.